I would have to say maybe middle school or high school. Just taking the first response if something was going on, or how to rally people, or to give my input on situations that weren't leaning towards a resolution. And then also role modeling. The folks that was around me, they were leaders, so I role modeled them quite a bit. And so I would say that would kind of be my first inclination. Is when I was being placed in different situations by my role models to give assignments to complete, and that their satisfaction of that, of my position and my work ethic, confirmed me as a leader. My life hero is my mother, Gwendolyn Gardner. She is my hero because she has lived her life very authentically, and on purpose in who she is and who she belongs to and who she is. And so I was able to be early to be comforted in my authentic self. Oh, I love dancing. My area is African dancing. I've been studying that art form for more than 30 years. The one thing I think a person may be surprised to know about me, growing up I was very shy, and really loved sports. She's still my friend after 40 years. Her name is Julia Bryce. I share that friendship with two other women, Kimberly Michelle Harris and Angela Thiossane. Of course, dance. I love the creative process of any art making. My favorite ice cream flavor, I didn't answer that, but my favorite ice cream flavor, salty caramel. My favorite quote comes from Maya Angelou, and it says, "To do what you love doing to the best of your ability, that people can't keep their eyes off of you, and what all other tangible things will come as a result." That empowers me to stay focused and believe in my vision and believe that my work is impactful. So my life's mantra is, dare not ask anyone to do something you're not willing to do yourself. I would change the systematic tools of division, things that keeps the human race from engaging and being intertwined. I think my superpower would be love and laughter, and I think those two things can be the catalyst for humanity. Nothing. I wouldn't change anything about myself. living in my authentic self. My life's work is to make better people's situations and to encourage them to be worthy of their own selves. Yeah, and to just dream big, and then do things we can do. Yeah. So I have a home in Senegal, West Africa.
Oh, really?
My husband since passed in 2011. And so as we were growing raising our children, we went back home and purchased land, and have the house, have another piece. His family's still there. But now that the girls are grown, I'm going back for the artistic passion and also for business. Yeah, so I just took 16 artists with me to on this pilgrimage, and we did hotel, we did resort, and we stayed at my house. So they got all three. I have a company. It's called Thiossane Institute, and Thiossane refers to the rich customs, traditions, and heritage of our culture. Institute, ever learning. And so under the Institute, we have our dance company. And so the dance company are those physical ambassadors of traditional dance and music. So we only perform in the traditional sense because of the rich history and customs and traditions, and we pass that on to our audiences through that. So we teach them about the customs from children 3 years old to 103 years old. We've been in a number of schools. We support the universities in their curriculum of the African diaspora. We are adjunct faculty members at Ohio State, Antioch, Denison, and Otterbein in dance and music, world music. We have our children's outreach program, our adult outreach program, and our in-school and after-school programs. And then we have our fall showcase. And in our fall showcase, we always invite a local artist or choreographer to join the stage with us to give them opportunity to present. And do a lot of collaborations in the city with other artists. And then we have our own program. And we have a lot of students whose parents are same-sex parents and also parents who are adopted out of the race. We also have a lot of students, some students who are coming out of the adoption agencies. I actually adopted one myself like 3 years ago. And so he has been in the system since he was 3. And so now he's have done some connections. We had connections with him all the way from middle school, elementary school to his high school. And we reconnected with him in high school. And then I just brought him into our family. So now he's a freshman at Ohio Dominican, full ride, and nursing and teaching is what he wants to do. So we train them in the traditional techniques of African dance, but they're able to take that technique and incorporate it into other forms of African dance, music, modern jazz, that kind of thing. And so we're able to teach that influence everywhere we go. And so the audience is always captivated that the movement that they did was new, but we give them the African influence of that. And so some of them are vocalists that sings very well. Some of them are visual artists. Many of them are poets and spoken word artists. And then they just like to move and dancing. Many of them are musicians themselves that would have never picked up a traditional instrument, the flute, the horn, guitar, drums, that kind of thing, but they live for their African drum. So their ear is trained naturally, not by notes, not by reading music, but from the natural sound of the African drum. And that's how we teach throughout our community classes into our adults. So even now with the age of technology, many of my younger members want to videotape, but I'm like, no, you will learn authentically.